Me after my fourth drink on a first date.
The globalists are making aliens by mixing humans and other animals and insects and plants, and then they put them, they gestate them and use cow uteruses to grow them. This is going on.
Me and the lads on the last night of our holiday in Magaluf when we have a 6 a.m. flight the next morning.
I think we've just got to go out. By all means enjoy it, but enjoy it by being disciplined here.
And this is free climbers when one of their friends loses their footing.
Oh no! There's Melanie. That's a shame, she was really nice.
Hello folks and welcome back to the show. Today my top 5 winter classy fragrances. I've probably done a couple of videos with a similar title, but these are 5 good fragrances, kind of old school, that I really love to wear in the wintertime. Before I get into that, please don't forget that my recommended USA-based fragrance sampling site is decantboutique.com. They have a Black Friday thing going on this weekend, and if you use the code BFWE2024, you will get 21% off any fragrance sample from their site. An amazing array of designer and niche fragrances. Normally, if you're watching this a couple of months down the line, my code Mr. Smelly10 will get you 10% off there. If you want to buy fragrance samples in the UK, I recommend fragrancesamplesuk.com. I've used them for many years as a happily paying customer, and they have a Black Friday event going on as I film this too. Use the code BLACKFRIDAY20. Does exactly what it says in the tin. You'll get 20% off any order from their amazing site with a huge array of fragrances. And normally, if you're watching this down the line, my code there is now changed to Smelly10. We've dropped the Mister. Don't worry about why. Smelly10 is normally the code, but right now you want to use Black Friday 20 Fragrance Samples UK, linked in the description of this video. Okay, so 5 really good ones for if you want to smell classy this winter, and don't we all? And a bit manly. You know, we like our manly fragrances here on the Mr. Smelly channel. I'm going to keep including one of my real favourites, and it's an incredible fragrance. It's our new release from Norton & Wilson, Arezzo. We've had amazing reviews so far from this one, and the notes include orris butter, labdanum, brandy, plum and tobacco. It's a really decadent fragrance, but we say it's where decadence meets refinement. And as I film this, we have extended our launch price, special launch price of £115 in the UK, or $150 if you're in the USA. It's our most expensive formula by a long way, and it has really luxurious packaging. You won't find a fragrance of this quality anywhere for that kind of price. Here's what AC Smells Good said.
It's fantastically well blended, you know. John Stephen is a maestro. So it's very well blended. Smells something which is posh, expensive and complex, and also something that you would smell in fragrances like Amouage or Roja. That sort of feel to it. It's a Roja-like feel. Multi-layered. All these layers are announcing themselves.
And also, as I film this, we have a Black Friday thing going on, so some amazing offers on our site. Gravitas Pour Homme, 30% off, taking it down to, I think, $84 in the USA, equivalent price in the UK. I think it's £66.50. That's insane. That's madness. Gravitas Essentia, exactly the same price. We've got 20% off Chypre Fulminare and 20% off Bon Viveur, my personal sort of signature scent, and an amazing bundle deal. You can buy both of these. You can get Gravitas Essentia and Gravitas Pour Homme for just $150 or £120, including shipping. That's the best deal you'll ever get for these. Don't miss out. NortonandWilson.com. Okay, let's get into the video, guys. Arezzo. Pick number 1, they're in no particular order. Check it out. We've had such an amazing response. Next up then, we're going back in time a bit here. Join me on a trip through memory lane. Which one did I want to do first? I don't think I wanted to do that one first. Yes, I did actually. Okay, Caron's Yatagan. Haven't mentioned this one for a while. Whoops. 1978 release. This is phenomenal, actually. I hadn't smelled it for a few weeks, or no, months. 1978. Tried it again today and thought, yes, amazing. £54, you can get a 125ml bottle. The underrated French brand Caron. It was Vincent Marcello. Big Vincent did this one. Notes include, notes are pine, galbanum, basil, watercress, lavender, mint, artemisia, oak moss, oak, patchouli, castoreum, woody notes, incense and musk. So this is a really potent dry, woodsy fragrance and very masculine. It's rugged, it's complex, it's hard for me to pick out individual notes, but it does have that real air of the 70s. I've had a few things like Roger and Gallet's Open and things where people said they kind of described them similarly to this, but I didn't rate them that highly when I actually tried them, if I'm completely honest. This one though, true class in a bottle, so really rugged, a little bit piney, some people calling it a fougere, but it's got this quite dark woody undertone to it, not very much sweetness. It really is manly juice, so check it out, absolutely great, and I highly rate the House of Caron, I have to be honest. Okay, next up we're going to go for Vermeil. Vermeil for Men is a really fascinating fragrance. Thanks to Max40, Naughty Max40, recommended this one to me years ago. I'm not sure when it was released, maybe around about the 2000s. Really old school bottle design. Absolutely love what they've done there with the leather effect. That is really nifty and I really, really like it. And this one, it's a £54 price. I found one on eBay. I think it's discontinued and hard to get, so sorry if that's annoying, but if there's one on eBay, you can get it, and I got it, so you might find it. Notes, we've got blackcurrant, galbanum, mandarin orange, bergamot, carnation, geranium, violet leaf, jasmine, rose, coriander, freesia, lily of the valley, ylang ylang, oak moss, patchouli, musk, vetiver, and cedar. Some people are describing it as an oriental fougere, and why not? It's really, really interesting. More fruity than the one I just mentioned. I did pick up on this fruity thing, then I looked at the notes, it said blackcurrant, so maybe I do know something. It's smooth. I find it kind of leathery, rich, warming, smooth and comforting. It's reassuring. It's a little bit less rugged and a little bit more enticing than Yataghan. Yataghan could be a bit risky. This one is really classy. It has this richness about it, as they all do, making it great for winter. Really, really classy juice. Vermeil for Men. I love the cigarette lighter kind of design. You know, the old school stuff. I love that. Okay, we're moving on to the next one, and we're going to go with Ralph Lauren's Safari. Now, everyone's going to say, oh, it used to be great, and it's not anymore. I do have a Cosmere one. I have tried the new one in the shops. It might be slightly different, but it's really good still, and you're probably guaranteed nicer up top fresh notes on the new version. My Cosmere old one does still smell great. The bottle design makes it worth it alone. It's really good. It has this richness and this complexity and this, to me, on my old bottle, admittedly vintage, a nice staying power. Really, really great for winter, I think. Some people, you know, it's year round, but hey, £42.50 I found one online for 125ml eau de toilette, 1992. Notes, we've got things like lavender in there. It's kind of fougere, but they're calling it a woody aromatic. I don't know. Green notes, neroli, lemon, tarragon. So lots of florals and fresh accords in there. Jasmine, there's a leather accord, patchouli, cedar, musk, sandalwood, amber. So it has this rich, warming undertone with this soapy freshness up top, and that balance I really, really like. It's really manly. It's like a reassuring dad smell in the best possible way. Now, you know, granddad, isn't it? 1992, you know, you were smelling this on your granddad, not even your dad. Some of you watching this, your dad probably wears 1 million. Mind you, a lot of you are my age. Anyway, Safari, really nice, and I think it works well for the winter time. Let me know what you think about that, and I think if you find an old Cosmere bottle online on eBay, go for it, but don't stress if you can't. Next up, a niche one, Chypre Siam from the amazing Rogue Perfumery from Manuel Cross the Perfumer, 2017 release. It is of course a Chypre, and Siam is the old name for Thailand that we're probably not allowed to say anymore. But who cares? Notes include kaffir, lime, basil, jasmine, ylang ylang, oak moss, civet, benzoin, spices, sandalwood and leather. So a beautiful combination of bitter green accords, lovely smooth sandalwood, and this slight exoticism, I think, which probably is coming from the ylang ylang, and hence why he's put the word Siam, referring to Thailand. It's a bit like Mitsuko from Guerlain on steroids, even better, which I love Mitsuko from Guerlain, another Chypre, and I think he was also influenced by the original Coty Chypre, the first ever Chypre fragrance. But this is one that I think this is a masterpiece, a true masterpiece. I found it online, something like £79 for a 50ml, I think, which is great value, and I think there's a larger size too. Absolutely stunning. Hats off to this artisanal niche perfumer. I will leave it there. Please go and check out the amazing offers at nortonandwilson.com. Snap them up and don't miss out on your chance to get Arezzo before that launch price soon stops. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, whatever we're doing in life, let's project, and although sometimes life can stink, we can always smell good, right? Bye-bye.
It's probably my favorite release of Norton and Wilson.
Next one, designer or niche?
Ooh, this is niche. I'm going to say niche.
It's definitely on brand. It's that gentlemanly, sophisticated.
Strong mandarin opening that feels fizzy, plummy, slight booze with brandy, but it's not over the top. A lot of spices, labdanum that give a leathery tone. The dry tobacco that I really smell sexier than what he's usually doing.
This is a very classy fragrance, ladies and gents. Smells really good.
It's this wonderful, very complex blend of booziness, some freshness, and spices, and oud, and tobacco, and incense. Absolutely stunning.
Arezzo. It smells very classy, elegant, smells very evening oriented.
So it's very well blended. It smells something which is posh, expensive, and complex. And also something that you would smell in fragrances like Amouage or Roja.